Hello, my dear class 5 students. This is your science teacher, Ben here. And today we'll start with our new chapter that will be diseases and hygiene, okay? Diseases and hygiene. So, can you ever imagine, or like if you're unwell, you're not able, if you are ill, or if you are not well, you're not able to do your regular activities, right? You cannot play some games, you cannot just interact with your friends because you're not well, right? So diseases we can get can be of two types, okay? How many types of diseases are there? Two types. Generally, we'll divide diseases into two types, okay? So health is wealth, right? Health is wealth. So we should take care of our health. Clear? And I have just said that if you are not well, if you are ill, means like you will not be able to do your regular activities. Clear? So diseases will directly generally we divide into two types, okay students? Communicable diseases or non-communicable diseases. Clear? The first one, communicable diseases. Communicable, or it can be infectious. Clear? Communicable or infectious diseases. So this communicable means it can be transmitted from one person to another, right? So will come under this communicable. Okay, if someone have cough, if someone have cold, it will be a viral disease. So it can be passed from one person to another. And what causes this communicable diseases? It comes from small germs, small forms, life forms, which is not visible. Clear? Which is not, when I say which is not visible means with the naked eye, it is not visible. An ant is very small, right? But it is visible, right? So it can be million times smaller than the ant, which can be visible only through microscope. Clear? So the first one will be communicable or infectious disease. Now the second one will be non-communicable. Non-communicable. Clear? So non-communicable diseases, as I have discussed in the first class, in the first lesson, that lack of nutrients can lead to many diseases, right? Like, see, when there is a lack of proteins, you have a swollen face, stunted growth, discoloration of hair, and many diseases can arise from the lack of nutrients in our food, will come under a non-communicable disease. But this type of disease cannot be, it doesn't transmit from one person to another. Clear? It does not transmit from one person to another. But communicable diseases are passed on, okay? They pass on, or they can be transmitted from one person to another person. Clear? So now we'll discuss, okay? We'll discuss what are those germs that make us sick, okay? These germs are very bad, right? They make us sick, okay? So we have many types of germs. We'll study that, okay? And these germs are not visible, right? Now, see, I'll give you a good example that would be these days, we are all indoors, right? You can't go to schools, right? All the shops are closed. Why? Because we have a virus, right? Virus name that is coronavirus. And that is causing what kind of disease? Infectious disease, communicable, right? Since it is communicable, since it is transmitting from one person to another, that's why we are all indoors, right? So, and staying indoors is the safest thing. Clear? So those type, okay, of virus, it's not visible, and they are transmittable. So but we have many viruses, we have many bacteria. So we'll start with communicable diseases, but first we'll begin with the germs that make us sick. Okay, we have to know those germs, right? Class 5 students, you are very smart, and I know right after this class you'll remember all the name of the germs. Okay. So the first one will study the germs that makes us sick. So the first one will study bacteria. Bacteria. Clear? So bacteria are everywhere. Everywhere there are bacteria. And then we human beings we are made up of many cells, right? Many cells inside us. That's why we human beings or plants are known as multicellular. Clear? But this bacteria, you know, class 5 students, they are made up of only one cell. Clear? One cell organism. And they can be dangerous. Clear? But all bacteria are not dangerous, but bacteria can cause disease like cholera. Clear? Cholera is a very common disease which is caused by bacteria. Tuberculosis. Clear? Those are examples of diseases which is caused by bacteria. Now, food poisoning. Clear? Food poisoning. Food poisoning can also be caused by bacteria, by a one-cell organism. Clear? One-cell organism can cause us like many infectious disease. Clear? So now these bacteria, they are present inside our food as well. Clear? They are present inside our food. And then whatever we touch, all bacteria might be present here. Clear? And now there is a very interesting fact. In every 30 minutes, students see, in every 30 minutes, you touch 300 different surfaces. Clear? We are not aware about this because you never count like in 30 minutes, 1, 2, I've touched this, 4, 5, 6, 7, I've touched the walls, I've touched my head, I've touched my feet. You don't count, we don't count that, right? But it has been scientifically proven, clear, that in 30 minutes, that means half an hour. In half an hour, in 30 minutes, you touch 300 different surfaces. That means in 1 hour, you're touching 600 different surfaces. That means in 2 hours, okay, 2 hours, you're touching 1,200 different surfaces. Clear? So these bacteria, they can be everywhere, anywhere. Clear? And but all the bacteria may not be harmful. Clear? Now, you know about this bacteria. Clear? So we can do, now you are familiar with this bacteria, and now you also know the precautions that you can take, okay, to prevent yourself from this bacteria. Clear? Now, let's study the next type of germs, okay? So that will be virus. Virus, okay? Some of you say that, some students, they say the virus is a monster, right? So now we'll study about the virus, okay? So what are these viruses? Now see, this bacteria is also, bacteria is one cell organism, right? Now you imagine this virus is 1,000 times smaller than bacteria, okay? See, this bacteria is not visible with our naked eye. And now this virus is 1,000 times smaller than a bacteria. That means imagine how small it will be. Clear? But the more small it is, the more dangerous it is. Clear? Now you have this common cold, cough, like, okay, like, I'll give you many examples of the sickness with viral diseases. Clear? Cold. Clear? Common cold. And then we have measles. Okay, measles, okay, measles, which you will study in details. It is, you'll found in a small kid, okay. It is very common in small children. And then we have many viral diseases which can be caused by this virus, okay, which can be caused by this virus. So now we'll study more in details how we can prevent from this common cold and how, what are the precautions and steps we can take. Clear? Now this virus is not a living, they are dead, okay? They are dead particles. Clear? They are dead particles. Why? Because they don't have a cell inside. They don't have a cell inside. Okay? Bacteria, they have a cell, one cell, right? But this virus, they don't have a cell. Clear? But they'll roam around everywhere, okay? they'll hunt for something. They'll hunt for a living cell. Clear? Because they need a cell to land. And once this virus, okay, once this virus, they land inside a living cell, that means they are the happiest one. Okay, they would reproduce. Clear? They'll reproduce, they'll become number, okay, today this much, tomorrow this much. So inside they'll destroy everything once they land inside the cell. So what you have to do, we have to prevent this virus from entering inside our body. Clear? So that's why we have to apply this practice, hygiene practices. These hygiene practices can prevent you and I from any virus to enter our body. Clear, students? So I'm sure now you know about this virus. Okay, what they will do? They will try to enter inside your body and land in a cell to eat up your cells. Clear? And now they are dead. Okay, once they are outside means they are dead. They are just searching for a living cell to reproduce. So now we have to take precautions. Okay, and what they do is they like to hang around in a very crowded place. Clear? That's why these days we're asked to maintain a social distancing, right? Or to isolate. Clear? Because this virus, they like crowded place. They like to hang around. And see, if someone has a cold, a viral cold, there are more than 200 viruses that gives cold, common cold or cough. Clear? Sore throat, runny nose. So there are more than 200 viruses that can give you a common cold. So what you do is, like I've said, this virus is is 1,000 times smaller than this bacteria. If someone has this viral disease, and if he cough, or if he sneeze, or even while talking, okay, just bring your hand like very close. You can feel the breath, right? There, it's a moisture. So now you'll have a droplets which is not visible. Now they'll fly, and then they'll transmit to another person, and it goes on, okay? And they spread very quickly. They spread very quickly. So now, but you are very smart, my dear class 5 student. Now you know how to prevent this virus. Clear? You have seen in movies and all, right? So now I know you will take all the preventive measures to prevent this virus from entering inside, okay? So you'll save yourself and you'll save everyone. Clear? Now, let's talk about the flu, okay? The latest flu, this is also from the virus, okay? We're talking about the coronavirus, right? But before, we have like many, like swine flu, clear? Which is also known as H1N1 virus. From the peak, from the peak, the virus was discovered, but now it is transmitted from one person to another person. Clear? And then we have many, if we look back, like we have like from, even in 1918 and all, we have Spanish flu, we have Ebola virus, we have many. Clear? Like this dengue is also a virus disease, okay? Dengue. So this virus is very dangerous, but we can take many measures to stop this virus. Clear? So now we'll talk about hygiene. Hygiene, okay? Now, if you sneeze, okay, if you sneeze or if you cough, you should use a tissue paper or a handkerchief. Clear? Now, after using a tissue paper or a handkerchief, where should you throw that? Where should you keep that? Not in your pocket, not in the table, but trash bin, a waste bin, a dustbin is the right place for that, okay? Or after sneezing, you keep it in your table. No, that's not the way, okay? You should remove that and you should throw that in a dustbin, in a waste bin, clear? And now, even a dustbin, there should be of two types, okay? Now, one dustbin should be for the dry waste, and one you should keep for the wet one, okay? You should never mix these two wastes. Clear? And dustbin should be covered, okay? Because virus, very tiny, they can just come out from the dustbin and then they will spread around because they fly in air, airborne disease. Clear? So that's why dustbin should be covered. Okay? And the kitchen is very important, students. Clear? Kitchen is very important. Now at night, when like after dinner and everything you go off to bed, clear? Everyone, you should keep your kitchen clean. If there is some food removal or food left in your kitchen, or if your kitchen is dirty, then bacteria or from there many germs can accommodate that. They will start reproducing from there, and your kitchen can be the main danger point. Clear? So even the kitchen at night, you make it like you keep it clean. Clear? You keep it clean, you disinfect, so that now those germs cannot enter inside your kitchen. Clear? Now the important thing, what did I say in the first, the interesting fact? In 30 minutes, we touched 300 different surfaces, right? With what? With hand. Clear? And then this hand, if someone having a viral infection, if you just shake your hands with them, then everything can be passed. This is 80%. Okay, everything, the disease can be passed through hand. So what you have to do is wash your hands. It can be done just with a normal soap and water. Clear? If you don't have a hand sanitizer, that's fine. Soap and water, that's fine. Okay, that can remove those infections, those viruses, those germs. Clear? Just soap, normal soap and water. At least 30 seconds, you have to wash. Clear? So those are the hygiene practices, and I know you have, even though if I don't repeat, I know you have everything inside your mind now, because I know class 5 students, those people who are watching, you are the smartest one. Clear? And we have many hygienes to practice, like now you have to take bath, okay? And then for bacteria inside our mouth, now what you have to do is that you have to wash at least minimum twice, okay? Brush your teeth twice. And then even here, even your hair, you have to massage the scalp, okay? To remove the dry cells. Okay, so what you can do is you can massage, you can do by yourself, or you can tell your friend like to massage like for 5 minutes, and then you can massage him for 5 minutes. You can do it turn by turn, right? So in that way you can do that. And like the trash bin, which I have advised, you should keep separate for the dry waste and for the wet waste. Clear? And the other type of germs is fungi. Clear? And fungi, what they don't have a chlorophyll. That means they cannot chlorophyll. They don't have chlorophyll, so they cannot prepare their own food. Plants prepare their own food, right? So they are not plants because they don't have chlorophyll. They cannot make their own food. Clear? And like humans, we depend on other, right? But they are not organized. They are not animals, because they are not like other animals or like humans that prepare their food. Clear? By depending on other. But what these fungi they do is they live inside the other. They'll attack other. They'll deprive other of their nutrients. Clear? And then these are also very dangerous fungi, because you'll have fungal infections, skin infections, many infectious diseases associated with fungi. Clear? And fungi, we have two types. You can be yeast and a mold. Clear? So those are some germs, small germs, which can be very dangerous. Clear? Okay, now let's talk about, but solution, we have like at the end, like we have a vaccination, right? For all these diseases, now there are vaccination that help us to prevent, that help us to fight against this, right? And not only vaccination, but if you follow a proper balanced diet, that will include all the nutrients, like I've said, irons, right? Cashew nuts, and then green leafy vegetables, all these vitamins, minerals in your diet, then you'll have a strong immune system. And then our body inside, it's like a movie. They will fight it. The virus will enter, but those immune, if you have a strong immune, they will fight and they'll kill this virus. Clear? So you should maintain a proper balanced diet. So for that, you have to go and watch the first video. Okay, first video, how to maintain your immune, how you can maintain a proper balanced diet. Okay, the person who discovered this vaccination, the first person to discover the vaccination was Dr. Edward Jenner. Okay, Dr. Edward Jenner. And there's also a very long story, interesting story related with the discovery of vaccination, okay, which we'll do in next class. Clear? So now we are done with the communicable disease. Next up is non-communicable disease, which I've said that non-communicable disease is they are not transmittable. We should get it from lack of nutrients in your diet. Clear? It can be like anemia. Clear? Anemia is also because there is no red blood cells, less red blood cells in your body. And there are many non-communicable diseases. Clear? So that's all for today. We'll continue with the story and more about this non-communicable disease in the next class. Thank you so much. Stay safe. See you in next class.